It was 2 a.m. when Ethan finally gave up trying to make the numbers work. His bank app glowed in the darkness, red notifications, overdue payments, balances dropping like a heartbeat fading on a monitor. Rent was due in 2 days. Payday was still 5 away. He wasn't lazy. He wasn't careless. He just couldn't keep up. Prices kept climbing, side hustles weren't enough, and every time he tried to budget better, something new hit: a car repair, a medical bill, an unexpected subscription quietly draining his account. Like millions around the world, Ethan was trying to survive in an economy that felt like quicksand. Inflation rising. Job markets shifting. And now, AI. The same technology promising a better future was also replacing jobs faster than people could adapt. One night, something clicked. If AI could replace human effort, maybe it could also reduce human stress. What if automation wasn't the enemy, but the key to financial freedom? That single thought started a journey that would change everything, not just for Ethan, but for anyone willing to let go of control and let technology do the heavy lifting. This is how Ethan built a system that manages his money while he sleeps. And how you can too. 6 months ago, Ethan thought his job was safe. He was a mid-level analyst: numbers, spreadsheets, quarterly reports, work he thought only humans could understand. But then the email came: restructuring due to AI integration. He wasn't fired, not yet. But the message was clear: adapt or become obsolete. Suddenly, everything that made him valuable — accuracy, efficiency, organization — was being done faster, cheaper, and without breaks. His colleagues whispered in the hallways. Some were reassigned, others downsized. The future everyone had been excited about was no longer on the horizon. It had arrived, uninvited, and it was rewriting the rules. That night, the numbers on his screen looked different. Not just bills, but a ticking clock. Inflation was erasing his savings. Rent had jumped 12% in a year. His grocery bill had doubled. Every paycheck felt smaller than the last. He had done everything right. Went to college. Worked hard. Budgeted carefully. But the system itself was changing faster than people could adjust. For the first time, Ethan wasn't just scared of being broke, he was scared of being irrelevant. He realized the old way of managing money — tracking, budgeting, reacting — simply couldn't keep up with a world that runs on automation and algorithms. But amidst the panic, a question began to echo in his mind: if AI can replace me at work, can it also work for me at home? That question became the spark. The moment everything began to change. For weeks, Ethan had been reading everything he could about automation, not the kind that takes jobs, but the kind that gives life back. Late nights turned into learning sessions. He wasn't scrolling for memes anymore, he was studying. Watching, listening, testing. That's when he stumbled upon something called AI-driven financial automation. Tools that don't just track your money, they think about it. They predict spending patterns, optimize savings, even invest automatically based on your goals. The more he learned, the more it clicked: he didn't need more willpower, he needed better systems. Humans are emotional with money. We overspend when we're stressed, forget goals when we're busy, and ignore budgets when we're tired. But AI doesn't forget. It doesn't panic. It just executes. He called it Ethan's 4-part financial autopilot system. It started simple: every paycheck now went into one main account. From there, rules handled everything. 60% to bills, 20% to savings, 10% to investments, 10% to guilt-free fun. It wasn't magic, but it was mechanical consistency. His budgeting app now categorized every purchase: groceries, subscriptions, random coffee runs. The AI began detecting patterns. Every Friday night, emotional spending increases by 30%. For the first time, Ethan saw himself through data, not judgment. He connected his savings to a robo-investor. Every week, small amounts were invested automatically into diversified ETFs, based on AI-driven predictions. The dashboard showed progress, not overnight wealth, but quiet, steady growth. Once a week, an AI summary arrived in his inbox, generated by ChatGPT through his linked data. It told him what changed, what improved, and where he could adjust. It was like having a financial advisor who never slept, never judged, and cost nothing. Slowly, his stress began to fade. There were no more surprise bills. No more guessing. Everything was planned, predicted, automated. He wasn't rich, but he was finally in control. And that feeling, after years of chaos, was priceless. What began as desperation had become transformation. AI wasn't just a tool anymore, it was his partner. The same technology that threatened his job had given him back his peace. This was no longer about surviving. It was about designing a future where money moves automatically so life can finally move forward. For Ethan, automation didn't just change his balance sheet, it changed his relationship with money. But here's the thing, this system isn't about luck. It's about structure. And you can build it too. Let's break down what he learned, and how you can make your money work even while you sleep. Money should flow, not sit stagnant, waiting for you to manage it. Ethan used a flow system, one main account for income, and AI rules that automatically redirected funds the moment a paycheck landed. Bills, savings, investments, and spending all pre-routed like water finding its course. Think of it this way, every time you manually move money, you're using energy. Automation replaces friction with flow. Apps like Monarch Money, Copilot, or Revolut AI now let you design those flows. You set your percentages once, then forget it. It's not about controlling money, it's about designing behavior that happens without effort. Visual, reflection of Ethan in a computer screen filled with data and graphs. Most people don't need more discipline, they need clarity. Ethan's budgeting AI tracked every dollar automatically. It categorized purchases, identified habits, and even recognized emotional spending spikes. When he felt lonely, the system noticed a pattern of late-night takeout and Amazon orders. When work stress hit, subscriptions piled up. AI doesn't shame you, it shows you. It reflects your behavior like a mirror, but with data instead of judgment. That's the difference between guessing where your money went and knowing. Apps like You Need a Budget AI, Mint, AI Integrated, and ChatGPT Finance Summaries now provide real-time feedback, even sending weekly insight reports that say, you saved 15% more this week or your transportation costs are trending up. Awareness leads to adjustment, not by force, but through insight. Visual, glowing digital coins forming a tree, representing compounding growth. Ethan realized the rich don't stay rich because they work more, they let their systems work longer. Every week, his automation transferred a fixed amount into an AI-managed investment account. Robo-advisors like Wealthfront, Betterment, and SoFi Invest AI now use predictive algorithms to rebalance portfolios, minimizing human bias and maximizing time in the market. The magic wasn't the returns, it was consistency. Like a tree that grows silently, day by day, without watching every leaf. Ethan didn't chase trends anymore. He built roots and let the system do the gardening. Ethan smiling at a quiet morning, sunlight washing over his workspace. Before automation, every decision was mental load. Should I pay this bill now or later? Can I afford that dinner? What if my paycheck is late? But once his system was built, those questions disappeared. His bills paid themselves. His savings grew silently. His AI summaries replaced his anxiety with awareness. This is what real financial freedom looks like, not yachts or Lamborghinis. But waking up knowing your future is quietly taking care of itself. That's the paradox of automation, you let go of control, to finally gain it. AI doesn't make you rich overnight. It makes you ready for opportunity, for freedom, for peace. Because when your finances run on autopilot, your mind is finally free to focus on life. And that Ethan realized is what true wealth really means. A year ago, Ethan was surviving one paycheck, one worry at a time. Today, he isn't chasing money anymore, he's designing his future. His finances now run on autopilot. His investments grow quietly in the background. And his peace of mind is no longer tied to the next paycheck. What changed wasn't just his tools, it was his trust. Trust in the idea that technology doesn't have to be the enemy. That AI, when used with intention, can be more than automation, it can be liberation. Because the truth is, financial freedom isn't about wealth. It's about clarity. It's the ability to wake up without fear. To know that your bills are handled, your future is growing, and your energy is free to focus on what really matters. This is the new age of money, not controlled by greed, but guided by intelligence. The age where AI doesn't replace us, it releases us. So take the first step. Automate one thing: a bill, a savings transfer, an investment. Let the system do the work, so you can start living. Because financial peace isn't found, it's built. One click, one system, one smart choice at a time. Subscribe for more stories that change how you see money and how you live your life.